Let's stay in Pretoria because the second witness in the Nkabinde Inquiry has drawn financial links between the Stanger Taxi Association and the Cato Manor Unit. Advocate Moipone Noko, who is concluding her testimony today, says the evidence she provided was not considered and the racketeering charges against Major General Booysen were dropped by the National Prosecuting Authority's former head, that's Advocate Shamila Batohi. Now, these revelations come as the inquiry probes the fitness of suspended South Gauteng Director of Public Prosecutions, Advocate Chauke, to hold office. Nqobile Madlala has been following this one and joins us now live still from the capital city. Nqobile, the intricacies of this one have been really fascinating to watch from here. Would you just give us an update on how we got to where we are right now and perhaps what we can anticipate to see a little bit later on this morning?
Arabile, where we are standing is basically the witness that is before the panel is a former DPP in KwaZulu-Natal. So most of the decisions that were taking place during the time that Advocate Chauke was leading the team that was doing an investigation and sort of looking into the prosecution in terms of the racketeering charge against Major General Booysen. This is when he was in contact with regards to these decisions that they were making with the DPP of KZN. Now, Advocate Moipone Noko, who sits before the inquiry, has basically opened up the evidence that she had used to support the racketeering charge against Major General Booysen as well as the Cato Manor Unit. Now, one of the things that they had to come up with and prove that it can be a racketeering charge was to show that there were financial links, that there was an enterprise that was in place, and that there was a certain methods that were used to perhaps deal with a certain suspects. Now, what we saw yesterday is that they drew links in terms of finances. This is through the evidence that was provided by a bodyguard who says they were there when an exchange of 1 million as well as 750,000 was given to the Cato Manor Unit for a killing of Moipone Taxi Association members. We also have heard that whilst all of this was taking place, we have a person that is also given evidence, which is Danikas, who says that he was on location when some of these killings were taking place. Now, he draws links between Major General Booysen as well as the scenes. Now, in the previous part, we had heard that Major General Booysen had come to the scene after the effect of the killing, but Danica says he was there, he was assisting with the altering of the scene. He says he was called before the police were called so that he could see that all these killings had taken place. Now, we are basically being given a picture in terms of where exactly in this enterprise Major General Booysen is actually part of, and this is what the Advocate Noko is saying, that he was responsible for the plan, for the managing of this enterprise. But let's listen in as she explains how they charged him when it came to the racketeering charge.
Major General Booysen is charged in terms of Section 21F of the POCA, which is managing the operations, because he was the head of the serious violent crime in Cato Manor, and he was managing its activities. And those activities, unfortunately, included the murder of these people.
So that's just a short explanation in terms of what act was used to charge Major General Booysen. Now, the issue is that these charges were then pulled by the then sitting NDPP, which was the former Hawks head, which is Advocate Batohi. Now, they are saying that basically she didn't follow the law because she was supposed to speak to all the witnesses, all the people that were involved with regards to this case, and she didn't highlight anything. Now, whilst we talk about Advocate Batohi, we were also expecting today to hear if she will continue with her testimony, mainly because she did ask for legal advice. She did say that she was going to continue with regards to that, but outside of the commission. So we're expecting to hear more with regards to the evidence leaders, whether or not she is going to get that legal advice, and she will continue on the stand testifying before this commission. And of course, all of that is starting at about 9 o'clock.
All right, Nqobile Madlala giving us the latest with regards to that inquiry happening also out of the capital. 40 minutes to go until the start of that. Thank you so much for bringing us that update.